News Storm Team.
Welcome back to KX News at Noon. We're taking a look at what is shaping up to be a beautiful day across our beautiful state, with temperatures running in the upper 70s and some breezy westerly winds, about 10 to 15 miles per hour depending on where you are, and that should help keep things dry and clear, not looking at much in the way of precipitation chances today. We'll take to the skies really quickly, and it looks like there isn't much in the way of cloud cover across really anywhere in our viewing area. Might see a few tiny little clouds, but nothing too significant. The fog has already begun to burn off to the east of Bismarck there along I-94 and points further south. And as we zoom out to the overall pattern right now, we'll see why things are going to be quiet today. It's because this low pressure off in southwestern Manitoba is giving us this southwesterly flow, or northwesterly flow, excuse me, that will keep things dry and the humidity a bit on the lower side for the remainder of the afternoon. The pattern is going to change as we get into tomorrow, and I will get to that here shortly. But for now, just know that it looks like a very warm and dry and nice day. Temperatures are already coming up to around the 80-degree mark, 83 there at Bismarck, some upper 70s up along the US 2 corridor, and lower 80s down in southwestern North Dakota. And I think for the great majority of us, it will be a race towards the 90-degree mark. Not all of us are going to get there, but about 89 at Bismarck and some 90s out towards the Montana border. That looks like it'll be the case today. Might see even a few more 90s populate the map. More importantly, though, let's move into what Thursday is going to bring. So we'll be taking a look here at surface moisture, and the deeper green colors is where things are going to feel a lot more humid and where there's going to be more fuel for thunderstorms. Thunderstorms like to have moisture in the air as well as heat. And today, this is Wednesday here, in a couple of hours, we're still in this situation where we're going to have this westerly flow, which will keep us in a less humid air mass. But as we push through the remainder of Wednesday and into late tonight, that low pressure system with the northwesterly flow keeping things dry is going to push off to our northeast. And in its place off in Wyoming, we're going to be watching this new low pressure system develop. And this, with its counterclockwise flow, is going to begin drawing up moisture from further south on the Great Plains. And see these deeper greens here in South Dakota? This is Thursday at midnight. They're going to begin a trek all the way up towards North Dakota. And as we get through Thursday AM hours to about Thursday at noon, that low pressure is going to move itself into western South Dakota, and we're going to see plenty of moisture just getting funneled up here into North Dakota. And these deeper greens here mean that it's going to feel very humid. So even before the thunderstorms get going, it'll probably be noticeably more sticky tomorrow. We'll be getting up into the 90s too, so those heat indexes are going to get up there. So it could be feeling like it's in the mid to upper 90s. So it'll be a hot one, but not only that, by the time we get to Thursday at about 5 to 7 p.m., this low pressure system will have drifted off close enough where we're going to have so much moisture and so much heat that we could get thunderstorms going by the afternoon hours. So we are going to be watching that severe thunderstorm risk increase by the time we get to the late afternoon. And the thing about this setup is that we have easterly winds here at the ground, and up in the upper atmosphere we're going to have westerly winds. And that change in direction with the height of winds is going to make it so that the storms could become potentially very strong. Precision Cast shows us an example of how things could play out on Thursday afternoon into the evening, about 8 p.m. This is just one example of how things could play out, but it could be a very significant line of strong storms with gusty winds. Things will change as we get closer, but of course we will keep you posted. Currently in a level 2 out of 5 slight risk. That might increase as we get closer to this event. Of course, as I mentioned, we will keep you posted. Could see some gusty winds and very large hail. So now looking at Williston's next 5 days, beyond the next couple of days where we're going to have these storms rolling through, things will cool off significantly as we get towards the weekend, with lows getting into the upper 50s. Dickinson, once we get past a very hot, humid, stormy day there on Thursday, things should cool on off quite a bit as we get towards the weekend. And Minot, it will be very similar. We will be cooling off once we get to the weekend, but stay weather aware tomorrow, and very similar for Bismarck. We'll be watching those strong to severe storm chances on Thursday afternoon into the evening, then a good cool off for the weekend. Chance?
Yeah, Michael, it's one more reason to download that free KX Storm Team app, available free for Android and Apple users. All right,